So for our research project, we decided to determine what would lead to the overall sharpest image quality between anamorphic and photo zoom lenses. The way we would go about doing this is comparing it in many different ways and seeing what overall is the sharpest image for what type of category of shooting we were going to do. May that be a live sporting or a more sit-down interview. So for this portion of our project, what we're going to do is we're going to compare the sharpness from anamorphic and photo lenses with like a sit-down interview setting. So we have the 600C and the 600D. So we're going to use these to light the scene, and we're going to see what better helps get more sharpness. Was it anamorphic or photo lens? So we're going to set them on the same CCT first, and then with the 600C, we're going to mess around with the RGB values to see maybe if it does make a difference when you add some color in the mix, if the sharpness changes at all. So with the anamorphic, the lighting comes off very nice across his face, but it's not really as sharp as we were wanting it to be. While with the photo lenses, you just see so much more of the little neat details on his face that really help pop when you're trying to go for that.
So for this test, we turned our key light down to 1% intensity and our fill light to 50% intensity, and our fill is also now pink. This is so we can see how the different lenses interact with different sources of light.
So over the anamorphic, you can just see that the color blends very well with the lighting and just comes off his face very well. While once we go to the zoom lenses, it just seems a lot more unnatural color and it doesn't blend in as well with his face and with the lighting.
For this fight scene, we spread out the key light from the other light to get a bigger amount of light. They're both RGB, and with the key light is 3% and the other light is 30% intensity.
We have swapped lenses with the 65, and now we're filming a fight scene. Let's ready to rumble.
For our very cinematic fight scene, we can see that the sharpness and the detailing in the anamorphic versus the photo lens, it just brings out more of the shadows, more of the colors retained, and it's just a better sharpness and quality of image when it comes to the anamorphic. But when you come to the zoom lens, you still get a good quality image, but the sharpness is just not as there as it is with the anamorphic. It brings off a better image.
For our next phase, we are here at Schumann Stadium where everybody's playing flag football, and we are comparing the prime lenses, which I have the 100 meter here, and along with the zoom lenses, which will be the 70 to 135 meter. The settings I currently have for the prime lenses, I have the f-stop at 8 for better lighting, so that way it'll keep the quality picture consistent as it gets darker.
With the sports content, anamorphic lenses were a little bit of a struggle when it came to recording, as well as it getting extended in post makes the quality of the image not look as great compared to the zoom lenses, and makes it have a sharper image when it comes to the zoom lenses. As well, it's easier to record the sports segments when it came with zoom lenses.
In the conclusion of our project, we have found that for a cinematic scene, that the anamorphic lens had the best sharpness for our image. For our sit-down interview scene, we filmed it with two different lighting setups, one CCT and one RGB, and found that with the CCT zoom lens gave the best image and was the sharpest, while anamorphic for RGB had the better sharpness and the best picture. Lastly, we shot sports as our last test and concluded that zoom lens was the best option with the best sharpness and the best quality. Thanks for watching.